And we are live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my very first stream on Twitch. This is Mepassistant talking, your faithful, sarcastic observer of the European Union, and I'm super excited to have you all here tonight. So, for starters, a bit of a full disclosure. As you can see, you can't see me. So sorry for those of you who were expecting some kind of a face reveal, but that's not gonna happen tonight. One reason being that my current stream setup is pretty artisanal. I have like one monitor and my tablet on the side to see the chat, but I don't have a pro streamer kind of setup at the moment. And another reason being that I want to keep some margin of maneuvers for the future. So maybe one day you'll get to see me in the future, but I mean, it's not like actually anyone cares about what I look like. But I wanted to give you a full disclosure to clarify this. Hello everyone. I see that we are already 28 people watching, so that's great. Welcome everyone. So to introduce a bit, you may ask yourself, what the hell am I doing on Twitch? Well, you see, I happen to be a gamer, like many people out there. And so I've known about Twitch for a while now, and I've always thought that it was an interesting format that could be used outside or in combination with gaming, for instance, politics or EU politics in our case. So we'll surely discuss that later on tonight, but one key aspect in my opinion is that nowadays people online, especially the younger generations, they do not want to be talked at, they want to be talked with. And Twitch provides that level of direct interaction that allows the exchange back and forth with the audience, which I think is very, very interesting and even more interesting in the EU setting. Sorry. Bottom line is, I've been thinking about Twitch as a possible communication tool for EU policy for maybe like 3 or 4 years now. We have seen Twitch emerge in political communication elsewhere, in the US, for instance, but not really in the field of the EU. So there's potential, I would say. And I finally decided to give it a go because, well, first I finally acquired a computer that could handle streaming, so yay me. And second, because at some point, well, you're gonna make the jump, otherwise you never do anything. Which brings us to here and now. So, what can you expect from my Twitch channel? For starters, and it's quite important. Yes, you made an account. You're in the youth. You just gained 10 years. That's perfect. So yeah, for starters, it will not be what I do on Twitch will not be anything like what I do on Twitter, because I want to have a more serious tone and content here, even if I intend to keep like a light ambience and tone, so to say. So don't expect me to constantly crack jokes, mock people, or basically do a one-man show on Twitch. That's simply not the kind of content that I want to do. Instead, I will be using Twitch as an experiment around 2 pillars, I would say. First, and that's the easy part, to interact and have fun with my community. So that would mean that chatting with you, answering your question, play with you, have community events, that sort of thing. The second, much more difficult part will be an attempt to create that bridge between the people who are inside the Eurobubble. So for those who don't know, the Eurobubble is the word that we use to designate all the people who work in Brussels around the EU institutions. So whether the Parliament, Commission, the lobbies, the journalists, etc., etc. So that's the Eurobubble. So I want to link these people who are inside the Eurobubble and the people who are outside of the bubble. So I would say the regular people, and so that these regular people may learn to interact directly with EU experts and put a face on what always seems to be something so far away from them and technocratic. So in practice, that would mean interviews with EU experts or politicians, where the audience, so you, will be able to learn about what they do in Brussels and ask them questions. And by EU experts, what I mean by that is actually anyone with a relevant expertise. So if you yourself have expertise in something because you work in an EU institution or a particular lobby, NGO, or anything relevant for that matter, and that you would be willing to share that expertise and talk about it on stream, well, don't hesitate to reach out to me either on Twitter or on Discord, and we'll see whether we can set that up. So bottom line is, that's a pretty ambitious project, but well, that's the point of experiments, isn't it? And not to put pressure on any of you, but part of the success of all this marvelous experiment will depend on you, because I will need you to give me feedback on what you like, what you don't like, what you expect, and also spread the word. You have Discord too. Yes, I have a Discord server. You can find the link in my bio. And I will, if needed, I will post the link. So spreading the word, it will be important because obviously the bigger our community is, and the more people talk about it, the more likely it is that experts or politicians will accept to come make interviews and answer questions, and not just take me for a crazy person on the internet. So it's kind of a interest for everyone. So, before starting, to summarize a bit everything, if you are only after funny stuff and quip about the EU, follow me on Twitter. It's great. If you want to exchange with me or experts on the EU, Twitch is the place to go. Welcome the stream. And if you want to join my core community, so to say, and help me provide better content, you can join me on Discord. And like I said, there's a link in my bio. And of course, if you are really awesome, you can do all three. So Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. So that was it for my bits for the very short pitch on what I intend to do generally speaking on the channel. I will come back to it probably next week in more in depth, but for now let's just focus on what we will do tonight. Once a month, I would like to organize a community event to play with a group of people from the Eurobubble to discuss a particular topic. And as this is my first stream, I figure it could be interesting to talk about whether the EU has its place on Twitch itself, and all that while we all lie and murder each other in a few games of Among Us. So now it will be my pleasure to introduce you to my elite team. So that have gathered from different backgrounds and experience. So just another full disclosure, we were supposed to have Audrey Verger with us tonight, but she told me like an hour ago that her laptop was dying, so in the end she wasn't able to join us. But I still have 6 other great people, so don't hesitate to follow them on Twitter. You can see their handle on the image. So first, we have Anna Maria Duciak-Segesten, who is a senior lecturer in European Studies at the University of Lund in Sweden. So Anna Maria, the floor is yours. Can you tell us a bit more about what is your specialty?
My specialty is to study social media and politics. So I'm a Polcom specialist, particularly interested in European communications. So I kind of study what other people do, other people in the crowd tonight. But I am a novice to this social medium. This is the first time really that I am on Twitch. So I have not tried this one out. Otherwise, I'm really familiar with most of the traditional social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, of course, Snapchat, these kind of environments that are in between a public and a private space, and that sometimes are political spaces, but most of the time are not political spaces. So I'm interested in exactly this type of experiment that you are running tonight, how people can meet and play a game or talk about something originally about something else, but then get to discuss about politics and have this kind of political discussion more or less naturally woven into the everyday life of people, because I don't think there are that many EU nerds in Europe to make up for the desire to communicate what is going on at the European level or in the population. So yeah, I think this kind of in between, it would be nice.
Well, welcome on board. We will, like I said, it's an experiment for everyone, so we will all learn things tonight, I hope. Next, we have Daniel Bartwool, who is the social content manager at ZN Consulting and an active participant in the conversation that happened around the Eurobubble. He's also the one who did all the pretty visuals on my channel, except that image is ugly, don't look at it. So he's even more awesome. Daniel, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Assistant. Well, I'm very happy to participate in this experiment with this group of amazing people here that we gather. So yeah, looking forward to see what is going to come out from this. I'm quite interested also to see how this could be also another brick that can build a wall on, see how we can start introducing new conversations about the EU affairs and so on Twitch. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Great. I see a question in the chat. Someone is asking if there is a way to highlight in the visual stream who is talking. On this still image, I didn't manage to do it, but once we are in game via Discord, you will see on the top right the icons of everyone and whenever they speak, so it will be a bit easier to follow. Then we have Ian McCafferty, who is the head of digital content in the European Commission's DG for Agriculture and Rural Development. So, Ian, tell me, how does one make the cap sexy on the internet? Ian, talk to us, please. We hear noise. There's a progress.
Hey, can you hear me?
It's perfect. Welcome, Ian.
Hello. Yeah, sorry, I'm having some connection problems. Hi. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me. My name's Ian McCafferty. I'm head of digital content working in DG Agri, so the European Commission's DG for Agriculture and Rural Development. And like most people, I'm not really used to using Twitch yet. Myself and taking it free but I've always been interested in new platforms that are coming out. I joined the Commission in 2014.
You can't hear you very well. I'm trying to boost your sound, but...
Okay.
Okay,
I don't know.
The maximum. That's better. Keep it, whatever you're doing, keep at it.
Whatever you're doing, keep it going.
Perfect.
Yeah, man. Basically, joined back in 2014, and I've been trying to help the Commission, get its social media presence in order for quite a while. For the last 3.5 years now, I've been over in the EU food and farming side of things because, I love food, and farming is a necessary precursor to that. So,
perfect.
Yeah, happy to check out what's going on. So, thanks for having me.
Well, that's great. I can see already in the chat that you have a few fans who tell us not to trust you at any cost. So, I'll keep an eye on you.
Liars.
Yeah, we'll see. Next up, we have Karim Halal, who is a YouTuber who talks about the EU en español. He's also streaming right now on his own Twitch channel, so I also salute his viewers. Karim, that's your moment to shine. Tell us everything. Karim muted himself. He doesn't want to talk to us.
No, he's streaming right now, so... I will tell him something.
Okay, well, in the meantime, we can move on to next. He loves to make himself a diva. So next we have Sebastian Rodriguez, who is a press officer for the political group Renew in the European Parliament. So Sebastian, I imagine that communication is part of your daily worries, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. And thank you, mysterious assistant, for your invitation. Hope that one day you will reveal your identity. And yeah, I mean, I have a campaign background. I've been running pan-European campaigns. One of the latest one was the European Parliament This Time I'm Voting campaign, for example. And look, for campaigners, we are always trying to innovate in the way we use social media and try to reach out our audiences. And to be honest, I was quite frustrated with the traditional social media platforms, namely Facebook or Twitter, mostly because it was becoming more and more difficult to run political ads. on them, and then I came across with Twitch, and to me, I consider myself a millennial. I think I fit into the age range, and gaming for me.
Oh, sorry, I came in the middle of. Sorry.
Okay, so one Spanish interrupting another. That's just BAU.
Typical.
Usual thing among Spanish people, yeah.
Yeah. But go ahead, Sebastian, finish, and then Karim, it will be your turn.
Indeed. So I was looking at different ways for the campaigns I was advising to reach out younger audiences, and then I wrote a very short article on how to run a campaign on Twitch and the reasons why it was interesting to do so. And I wrote it on a community that I partly run with other friends, the European Campaign Playbook. I know some of them are following us, so hi, probably Dinesh, Sam, who are watching us at this moment. And look, if you think about it, I'm very briefly. Twitch is a great if you need ways to innovate and to spend your money on digital ads. Twitch is a really nice way. It's a really nice platform because you can do something that is very annoying for the user, but it's really good for the advertiser, which are the non-skippable ads. And Twitch is allowing advertisers to do that in a way that it's very friendly with the people watching the online game. I think ads are just a necessary it's a necessary thing to have. No one likes them.
But it's necessary. No, I get what you mean. We will. I mean, I know you wrote a paper on that, and I will definitely get back on you on it a bit later when we actually start playing. I will just go back to Karim. Karim, can you talk to us? Can you say us some sweet words, please?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Welcome, Karim. Hi to your viewers. Tell us everything.
Tell us everything. What do you want to know? A kind of introduction or?
Oh, well, how is it going? I know that, I mean, like myself, you're on Twitch, and that's something that we will be discussing tonight, but I just wanted you to tell the audience a bit about yourself, what it is that you do, how is it to be a YouTuber in the EU bubble, that sort of thing.
Well, yes, then I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Karim. I'm half Spanish and half Lebanese, even though I born and grew up in Spain. And now I'm working in the migration policy group. That's my real job. But in my spare time, I'm a kind of YouTuber. I prefer to say disseminator, but in the end, it's like, well, I do that in YouTube, so I guess I'm a YouTuber by default. And I'm trying to disseminate about the European Union, Europe. I'm trying to make videos basically to connect ordinary audience, so the great majority that they haven't studied nothing concerning politics, international relations, or haven't heard anything at all about the European Union. And then I'm trying to connect the basic information, so trying to make it closer. I'm making that through YouTube and now also through Twitch. And that's why I'm here today making a streaming at the same time as you.
Okay, well, that's great to hear. And our final speaker is Sofia Diogo Mateus, who is the audience development editor at Politico Europe, which we all know. So, Sofia, can you tell us a bit what it is that you do?
Hi everyone, I guess I am the newest one to the bubble. I am an audience development editor. That means I do a lot of things. I'm mostly in charge of everything that we call off-platform. So I do all the strategy and up to recently did a lot of the management on all of the political social media channels. I am also in charge of making sure that the political content is available on news aggregators, like say Flipboard, if anyone still uses that. And then I'm also responsible for all the newsroom analytics and search engine optimization. So I am your designated internet person at Politico for everything that doesn't have to do with your usual newsletters and the website. I've been doing social media as my job for the last 10 years, more or less, in one capacity and another, and engagement as well, on and offline. So, yeah.
Oh, okay, well.
That's what I do.
Yeah, okay, thank you. That makes it actually very clear because until you explained me, I had no idea what an audience development editor actually did. So that was very helpful, at least for me. So now I'm gonna move on to the actual game. As you can see, we are starting. So you see, I have my I'm in blue with my little intern on the head. So the other you can join me. I posted the code in the chat. Welcome everyone. So. Before we start the actual game, sorry, I will quickly explain how we will proceed. So we will be playing rounds of Among Us, which should last, I'd say, about 15 minutes each. And then in between rounds, we will be talking for 10 minutes each time about EU communication in Twitch, as well as taking questions from the chat. So a quick reminder of the rules of Among Us. It's pretty much the video game version of the movie The Thing of John Carpenter. We will be divided in two teams. I would say 5 of us now will become crewmates, while 2 of us will secretly become imposters. So for the crewmates, the goal of the game is to complete the task that you have to do to fix the ship or to correctly identify and eject the 2 imposters. And for the imposters, the goal of the game is simply to murder everyone or sabotage the ship without being caught. The game itself, you will see, I will explain, but it's very self-explanatory, you will see. The game itself is separated in 2 phases. In the first phase, everyone is on the ship and goes around to complete their task or to kill discreetly the crewmate. And most important thing is that no one... someone was just popped into the game. But most important thing is that no one is allowed to talk during that first phase, so we will all mute ourselves. And when someone finds and reports the body of a crewmate that was killed, the game will go into the second phase, where everyone is pulled into a meeting room, and the surviving people will discuss to try to figure out what happened and vote to eject one person they imagine to be the imposter. And after the vote, we go back to the first phase and so on until all the imposters have been injected or all the crewmates have been killed. So at the core, the game is all about argumentation and deception, and it's both hilarious and the best way to ruin friendships. So let me check if we have everyone. 3, 6, we're still missing someone. Ian, where are you? We're missing you.
I'm here. You got me?
I don't have you in game. You have to use the code I posted in the...
I'm coming.
Perfect. I'm just gonna lower a bit your sound. Sorry for the time out. Okay. Come in. I have my little intern. Let me check the chat if people have questions. Sebastian is wearing a mask. He's COVID responsible. Okay, Ian, you're there. Everyone is there, so we can start. And everyone mute yourself.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Ah, perfect. I'm an imposter, so don't worry. They can't hear me. So I have to kill discreetly people. I will lure them. What are they doing? Come on, Daniel. Come and play with me. So they can't hear me right now speaking. So if you have questions on your side, don't hesitate. I will answer them. Bye, Daniel. Okay, I'm staying still to pretend that I'm doing a task so that they don't guess who I am. I hope that Anna Maria won't find the body of a... Oh. Okay, so that happens when the other imposter, so Ian, is doing sabotage. So everyone has to go to the reactor, so that's on the top left of the ship, to avoid the ship blowing up. And that's the goal is to get people separated so that you can kill them. Okay, stops. Let's find someone isolated and kill them. Fuck. Oops. I want to get Karim. Karim, come here, boy. Austin. Damn it. Okay. Come on. Get away from here. I need to go elsewhere. I sound Austrian or Swedish? Make your pick. Okay, well. Bye, Sophia. I'm playing very badly. I mean, people will definitely guess that it's me. Where's everyone? Let me sabotage something. O2. So I just sabotage the oxygen, and if they don't fix it in 25 seconds, everyone dies and we win. Oh, I think they don't know how to fix it. There needs to be two people at the same place. Am I gonna go in? Yes, we won.
No.
Come
Maybe
on.
Wow.
You
This
know
is
that when you
amateur-
find a body,
amateur
you can report it, and that's what triggers everything. Oh, everyone left? I can. Maybe you're not. Daniel, Sophia. Okay, well, I was it for this first try.
Someone did say we shouldn't trust Ian, so I guess they were right.
Okay.
Don't trust your instincts to not never trust me.
Exactly.
Let me say that doing the task is the closest to doing the EPSO exams.
I don't know if it's a compliment or not to the exercise. So while everyone is joining, we can actually start the conversation. I don't know who is. Okay, I think it was Ian. Okay, I'm gonna. Can you just mute yourself for a second because there's noises on the mic noises. So. We can start the actual serious conversation because we're not here only to play and for the fun. Thank you to the new followers. So I think some of you already answered that question, but everyone, did any of you know about or use Twitch in the past? The floor is yours. Personally, like I said, I'm a gamer, so I knew about it. I would stream from time to time, but it's the first time I'm actually using it. So who else?
Maybe.
I did. But I'm happy to let other people go first.
So okay, I'm gonna pick people. Daniel, tell us.
So if I knew about Twitch before, right?
And
That's the
used it.
question. Well, yeah, I knew about Twitch time ago. I mean, yeah, I was quite aware from years ago that was a platform dedicated on streaming video games and so on. And I was kind of interested in started using it. And I mean, as it happened, I think with a lot of people around the globe, I started to use it during the first lockdown last year. Because yeah, I was like, okay, let's see, because everybody was talking about Twitch and so on at that moment as well. I discovered that Twitch, was not only about video games. You had also other channels that they were dedicated about creating conversations, or people who were showing their art. You know, they were drawing live or during their live streams and so on. So it was like, okay, this is interesting. So yeah, I started to follow a lot of channels, mainly, of course, because I'm Spanish. So I started to follow a lot of Spanish streamers because in Spain, Twitch is a quite big thing right now. So yeah, I think it's very interesting how, as it happens normally with social media, right? Like every social media platform normally starts as a kind of a niche thing, and then with time it starts to evolve, and sometimes with some social media starts to get, to start to collect people from other kind of interests and areas. So yeah.
Okay, well,
It's quite
interesting.
it's quite interesting to see the evolution of how this social media has been.
Yeah, it's interesting as well because we saw it rise like over the past 2 years, especially outside the EU. We saw it in the US, for instance. But what about the other? Any of you, like, you ever try to use Twitch outside of leisure, or is it like entirely something new?
I use Twitch to report on it and to report on some of its initial communities in the early 2016. I think when we saw some activity that was maybe not so positive. We saw some people congregating here. So I spent a little bit of time just kind of watching the Twitch community, the early Twitch community. And then I've been very curious and like very, very happy to see some media outlets, namely the Washington Post, in the way that they've used it. I think that live streaming the congressional hearings, especially having Jean, which is one of my favorite social media people in the world, live comment the congressional hearings here has been fascinating, and I'm always quite interested in how you can use these platforms to kind of connect with non-traditional audiences and perhaps even convert them if you're lucky enough. So yeah, I've been keeping an eye on Twitch for a while. Not too much of a gamer anymore, but keeping an eye on it as a journalist for some time.
Yeah, you brought up the Washington Post. Actually, I wanted to ask you this question specifically. So, for those of you who don't know, the Washington Post created a few years ago a Twitch channel where they started to live stream, even comment on it, and also invite US politicians to interviews where they were playing. I think they discontinued it. They did it for a couple of years, and now I think they stopped. But I wanted to know if you thought that was an interesting initiative. So obviously you say that it is, and is that something that you would see, like, I'm not saying right now, but something that could be reproduced at EU level?
I think
right political.
Right. I think the Washington Post did it really well, but I think it worked because the person that they had doing it, Jean, was someone who has a lot of love for Twitch. And so I think this works really well when the people that are using the platform are also lovers of the platform, understand the platform, and spend a lot of time on it, right? And I think that's really, really important. It's a little bit like the Washington Post TikTok guy. The guy just really, really loves TikTok, right? And so I think that's key to it. Do I think it can be used at a EU level? Yes, I definitely think it can, but I probably envision this in a way that is a little bit less vertical than most people. I'm a big fan of reaching the communities where they are, speaking their language and bringing the issues to them. I'm very keen also to keep the conversation at a level that they can understand. So I think that there's definitely a lot that could be done, especially on the part of institutions. To reach people, and especially young people here, and I say here, I'd say TikTok. I would have said Snapchat a couple of years ago, but I think you need to come here willing to do a little bit of the "what's up, youth" meme approach, right? To be willing to poke fun at yourself. Speak a simple language. Try to understand a little bit of the lingo before you come here. Try to understand what it is. I mean, I don't want to point out any politicians specifically, but there's one obviously that everyone knows and is quite popular. And I think Ocasio-Cortez did it really well, right? She came in and she admitted that she didn't know what she was doing, but she kind of took it in stride and was very honest and open about it and was there for the conversation and is willing to have those discussions. I think that there's still a long way to go until EU politicians do that in a very natural way. I still think that they still use Twitter and all the other, social media platforms like Instagram, often in very formal ways. And I personally would love to see that change.
Yeah, I agree with you. I see in the chat, if you want to ask questions, now is the time. I see Draco Time saying that, mentioning that some parties like Vote Europe are also using Twitch, even if it's irregularly. So that's a good development. And also the fact that so we're talking about Twitch, but in the end, we're talking about live, and we see live content being developed whether on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, that kind of thing. So we see that model there, or YouTube Live for that matter, this practice develop. But I would say that the big difference between those, like, I would say, regular kind of social media, and feel free to disagree with me at any point, but I would say that my issue with them is that they are too locked into their communities, because you do a Facebook Live, only the people who are fans of your political group, fans of your political page will know about and watch your live stream on Facebook. Same thing for YouTube, same thing for Twitter. I even think that the live format for Twitter is not necessarily the best, but that's another debate. While on Twitch, I still feel like there is this possibility to reach a wider audience, because it's not locked only by the fact that people like you and follow you, but also by the category of content that you provide. So if I want to talk politics, you actually have a special category in Twitch called politics, and a user can go there and they will see everyone talking about politics, and they will see they can pick and choose who they will watch. So that can also let's say increase the circle of people you can talk about. I would turn a bit to Anna Maria. So Anna Maria, you're a specialist on social media, but you mentioned that off stream, you mentioned in the presentation that you don't know much about Twitch, but is there, like, as a political scientist, how do you see the general public expectations when it comes to EU communication, or the issues that EU communication currently is facing? What's your take on that?
I wanted to say that I'm familiar with Twitch. It's just I never joined it. A little bit maybe than in the same idea that Sophia was talking about before, and then in the sense that I'm aware of how politicians have been here. And have been trying to use this platform to reach, in particular, this specific demographic. I was just checking some data before coming today on Twitch, and the demographics of Twitch are very, I would say, like, narrow. I guess you would call it that. Like you'd expect, you would have a majority of men. I think the latest was like 65% users identify as men, 35% are women. But most interestingly, and I think one of the reasons why politicians like Ocasio-Cortez are here is because 73% of Twitch users, at least at the end of at the beginning of 2020, were between 16 years of age and 34 years of age, which means these are the new voters, and every politician knows that if you get them when they're young, they're yours for life, or at least for a very, very long time. So I think it is quite strategic for many politicians that are authentically more youthful or more playful to show themselves here. So yeah, I think so. I do know something about Twitch, and I do understand why some politician styles fit well with this. And I think the idea, like with every social medium, is the authenticity. It's totally credible that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez would be on Twitch and would do just what she did, being a little bit goofy, but also, trying to keep up with the latest. But again, just to make it a huge contrast, imagine Hillary Clinton being on Twitch. Would you feel that is authentic? No, I don't think so. Or Angela Merkel, to bring a European twist.
I mean, someone was mentioning that in chat. I think it was some who was saying that Juncker would have killed it on Twitch. I agree. If he was going all out, he would have been probably the most hilarious thing you would ever see. So if one day we can get Juncker, that could be extremely funny.
Yes, so I think it would be so funny because it would be so goofy, right? And I'll just say one more thing about Twitch, that what I knew about it before is two things. One, that almost a quarter of the users on the platform are apparently, I don't know how they geolocate, but let's say that they say they are from the United States. So it makes a lot of sense for American politicians, again, like Ocasio-Cortez, to show themselves here, because you get a quarter of your potential future voters here. Whereas Europeans, because obviously this is where we're more interested in, are not really as keen as being on Twitch as their American counterparts. And I think the most active countries on Twitch in Europe are Germany and France, and they get like under 10%. I don't remember exactly, maybe 6%, something like this. So there's less of an incentive for a German or a French or even a Spanish politician to campaign here, because so few of their potential voters so far have been registered Twitch users.
Okay, so I would say that we've been talking for about 10 minutes. We will start again. I launched a new one, but there's a guy named Onion who just joined. I don't think it's any of us, so I don't know how to kick him. So I will leave the game, restart one, and post the code on the guest discussion. So, sorry about the delay. Create, confirm.
Bye, Onion.
Bye, Onion. I mean, I was never Onion kind of guy.
Sorry.
I thought Onion was the guy from DG Agri.
Oh, Ian, no.
No,
Yeah,
that was
that you?
no. I am Ian1, and I'm Ian1 because I find it hilarious. I changed my name to Ian1 on my brother's PlayStation, and when I went back home to Ireland over Christmas, we went to play a game of FIFA, and then it was Ian1, and I just cracked up laughing because
Who the hell is Onion?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone who...
I think it's someone from he has to be someone from the chat who see the code.
Yeah.
Tom, we can see you. We can see you.
Yeah, you need to cover the code somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can do it.
I will do that. So I will just. Oh, you can't see anything for a few seconds. Bye, Onion. We'll miss you.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will miss Onion.
And now you will have the lobby for the potatoes coming in saying we need representation in this game. Okay, no one.
Okay, I restarted it. I posted the code. If audience joins us, I don't know what to do. It's beyond me.
Okay, now we are okay. Yeah, good.
Yeah, no Onion.
Okay, 5. Missing Anna Maria and Ian.
Getting.
Hey,
Hopefully,
yes, we are everyone. I'm sorry,
Hooray.
Onion. You sounded like a
Start
lot of
or
fun,
Onions, you're gonna join again.
but let me just. All right, let's start. You know the drill. Mute yourself.
Bye.
So this time, I'm just a regular player, so I have tasks to accomplish. Nope, fine. Where do I have to go? Karim, no. Don't worry, Karim, I don't want to kill you. Actually. Okay, I have to, whenever you're a crewmate, you have to do mini games like that. So this one is a long one, so I saw Daniel up top there, so if someone is killed, I know that he was there. Oh, please don't kill me, please. Ah, god damn it, Daniel. Okay, so I guess that was Switch Revenge, so I'm a ghost now, so they can't see me. Okay, so now the second phase starts. They have to see who is who.
Okay, I found the body in the, I think it was in the IT room. I think it was the IT room, no? Yeah. And I saw in the area I saw Karim and Daniel. I just saw them in the area doing something, just going around. I don't know, very suspicious.
Sneak.
I don't know.
Super
I went,
sneaky.
I was around that area, but then I went up to navigation. I was there with Anna Maria, actually.
Anna Maria, is that
Yeah.
true?
Yeah, I saw Karim very briefly, but then I'm so terrible at orientation that I don't know the room I was in. I don't know where I was. I don't know the actual area.
I was.
What's your excuse, Daniel?
Hmm?
What's your excuse?
My excuse? Well, yeah, I was around the area, but I haven't crossed MEP. So
That's a
a
pretty weak
likely
defense.
story.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Sorry.
So Anna Maria
I'm gonna vote him. I think I'm gonna vote for Daniel.
I always distrust Ian, but he was not seen near the crime scene apparently.
Or was I? No, I shouldn't draw more attention to him. No, I wasn't seen near it. I'm still figuring out what to do. But, I say, Daniel, what's going on, man? I'm not sure.
well, Karim is also quite silent, huh?
No, I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
you're
was going
quite
to say,
silent.
Mepassistant, he was following me, and then I left Daniel at the door of the, the corridor down right, that corridor. So it's or Sebastian or Daniel, my opinion.
Good question. Does somebody have to pick up a weapon in order to kill somebody or not?
No,
You can just
you
do
just
it.
like
No.
it's cold-blooded
I don't know what
stuff.
kind of game you think we're playing, but
I
no.
don't know how to do this either. I don't know. I haven't played the game.
Look, if you're supposed to be doing it, it's very clear. There's like a very big sign going like "kill," so you'll get it. I promise.
So just speaking
We
from the
have-
dead, you have 10 seconds to
I
vote.
think
So what
I
do we do
think
now?
Daniel-
What is
Vote.
happening?
voting Daniel. He's too scared.
Well, okay.
He's too scared to talk.
I'm too scared to go to talk.
And vengeance is mine. Yes.
You're going to regret this.
Yes, sure. So now Daniel is out, meaning that there's only
Aha!
one imposter left.
So we don't
So
know.
also,
We have one imposter remaining.
Oh.
Eyes on you,
No,
Karim.
no.
well done.
We don't know if he was an imposter or not.
And
How do we know? How
Just
do we know?
mute yourself, guys. You're not supposed to
Sure.
talk at this point. Okay, so now the remaining imposter is trying to kill them all in 20 seconds, and I have to rush there. So as a ghost, they can't see me, but I can still interact and do my tasks to help the survivors. So I have still my list, so I have actually to go to reactor. Up, so you see, again. Okay. Yay. Next up, lower engine. Lower engine. Okay, it's here. They can't hear me now. I muted myself on Discord, so they can't hear me. In the meantime, since they can't hear me and I can talk, yeah, you chat could hear everything because I have two mics actually, one that is connected to you and one that is connected to Discord. So I muted the one on Discord so that they can't hear me, but I can talk to you guys. So if you have questions, So they launched an emergency meeting.
Who called him?
Okay. I did. I saw Ana Maria coming out of the how do you call Alcantarilla? Karim, help me.
Oh,
I saw her. I saw her coming out of the floor. Yeah.
no, I haven't done anything.
Yes. Yes.
You know what, Ian? I wouldn't trust you if my life depended on it, man.
Just me?
The shades start
Yeah.
to
I
drop.
was busy like moving leaves through some sort of leaf hole and then pressing other buttons.
And I was in the navigation sector. I was trying to find the task for the navigation.
But hold on
That's
a
where I
second.
was.
Nobody's killed, right? This is just
No. Someone
That's
just called.
perfect. They're
Well,
turning on each other.
Daniel
It's
is
beautiful.
killed, no? Daniel is killed. Or was
Yeah,
he?
but that's
him
not
out.
what happened. Someone called a meeting.
Sebastian
No one
called the
reported
meeting.
it.
Who called the meeting?
I did.
Sebastian.
I saw Ana
But
Maria
why?
coming out of the floor because I saw Ana Maria coming out of the floor
I did
in the
not come out
cafeteria.
of nowhere.
Yes.
Sincerely
Yeah.
cannot.
Let's see. This is clear. If we vote Ana Maria and then it's not done, it's not finished the game, then I would go for Sebastian because he's really interested in getting people out.
Yeah, Karim is
Yeah,
good.
I'm
Karim
voting
is good.
Sebastian. I'm really sorry. I'm voting you out.
Exactly, a bunch
But
of distractible
you-
puppies.
you-
Exactly
you-
that, Tom.
See
You
you
will
coming
be-
out of the Alcantarilla, then
You will be making a big
There's
mistake.
no.
Eh?
I haven't done it. I haven't done anything really. I'm very disoriented, so I cannot be accused
You
of
guys need
anything.
you guys need to vote though. We have a minute to decide
we
on
can
who you
skip
think
vote.
the imposter.
We can also
or you
skip
skip
the vote.
Yeah, you can if you want to.
So
Ooh, Sophia voted.
I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know.
So,
I will
who do you
skip
think
my
it is?
vote.
I'd say it's Ana Maria.
I mean, in the next round, someone can come with me the whole time and see that I am not.
Oh,
Okay.
so there's a
So-
tie, so,
someone-
no one
some-
will be ejected.
Someone come with me, please, to see that I won't kill anyone.
Okay, mute yourself,
No
guys.
That's
one
all.
was ejected.
Okay.
Wow.
No one was ejected. Okay, we're back to mute.
Now, where am I going? Okay, we should mute ourselves.
Yes, indeed. Oh shit, that's for me. So, sabotage the O2. Where is it? Why can't I use it? Oh, it's because I'm dead. I can't do it. And are we gonna die seriously because of that? Come on. Use. Okay, I can't do it. What happens? Storage. If you can't do emergencies, you're dead. Yeah, okay. I was wondering that as well. So yeah, don't hesitate to ask a question while I'm dead, because I can talk to you at the same time. Why can't I do that? I can't do the fuel as well? I don't get...